Hey YouTube, this is Yahoo Weeps. With this video, I'm going to be going into Tehillah 23, or what's commonly known as Psalm 23. And my friend Carlos Gomez had just made a video with his rendition of this Tehillah, so he inspired me to do mine. So my thanks goes out to Carlos Gomez. Mizmor Esrim Veshalosh. Which means Melody 23. And the subheading for it is, for the music director, a Mizmor of Dawid. And Mizmor, like I said, means melody, and Dawid, or David, means beloved. Okay, into the psalm. Yahweh is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Oh, I'm just going to read it, and then I'll go through and make little notes on it. Yahweh is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He takes me to green, lush pastures and lets me stretch out. He leads and guides me to rest at quiet, refreshing waters. He returns and restores all of me. He leads me in good and right paths to make his name known. Truly, even when I walk through the deepest darkness, the shadow of death, I fear nothing bad. Because you are with me, your rod of authority and your staff so supportive, they comfort and reassure me. You prepare a feast before me in plain sight of my enemies. You refresh my head with oil. My cup is completely full. Truly your goodness and your devoted loving kindness will pursue me all the days of my life, and I will return to live in the sheltering house of Yahweh for all the length of my days. Okay, going back through, Yahweh means he exists, or the self-existent one, basically like the source of life, the source of everything that is. That she is the source of everything that is. And when I say he, she, it's because the name Yahweh is composed of half masculine and half feminine letters. And I believe that those are basically his qualities or characteristics is half male, half female. He himself is beyond gender. And when I say he, I'm using that in a generic form. I'm sorry to any males that are watching this, not to say you're generic, but I'm using the term in a generic way, since English does not have a personal pronoun that's gender neutral. So it's half masculine, half feminine letters or qualities. So that's Yahweh. And when let's see, when it says to make his name known, his name would include his title and his reputation and who he is, his character. And that could also be saying for the sake of his name, but it's to make his character, his name, who he is, to make him known. Let's see, going on. When it says your goodness, that primary meaning of the word goodness is tov, means functional, but it also has connotations of good, beneficial, or pleasing, or beautiful. And then I have some footnotes. Let me go back, give me just a moment. Oh, when it says, he returns and restores all of me, that returns and restores is from shub, and the root word for shub is, well actually it is the root word for teshubah, or repentance. So to return, to restore, to turn back, to turn around, you know, to change direction from the way you were going back to where you should be going is the concept of teshuvah. And then for the word tzaddik, where he says he leads me in good and right paths, that good and right is tzaddik, and means right walking, staying on the path. It's literally closing the door to corruption. The first letter is the tzad, and it's a pictograph of a man on his side, and would mean like pushing against, a man on his side pushing against something. The next letter is the dalet, and it's a pictograph of a door, which connotes an entrance. And then the last letter is kuf, and it's a pictograph of the back of a man's head, or the sun on the horizon, and it connotes circle or time. So the whole picture is a picture of a man on his side closing the door to corruption. So that kuf, I think, can also be interpreted as corruption. So that's tzaddik. And then when it says the shadow of death, the note I have here is the shadow of death is despair, danger, or tragedy, which is understood as a deep, impenetrable darkness. So it's that shadow of death he's talking about, despair, danger, or tragedy, understood as a deep, impenetrable darkness. So it's dark. It's I think dark in the sense of emotionally dark, experientially dark, and it's something that's deep and impenetrable, and you can't see or make your way through it. So I think that's the shadow of death that he's talking about there. And then when he says the yare, when he says I fear nothing bad, that fear is the yare, and it can mean fearful, but it can also mean to stand in awe, reverence, or honor. So when it's saying I fear nothing bad, well, he's talking about being fearful of something bad. But when it's talking about fear Yahweh, it's talking about standing in awe, reverence, or honoring Yahweh. So Yahweh is so incredibly awesome that we stand in awe of him, and we're reverent to him. We're honoring him, and we're not fearful in as much as it's like when you're afraid of something bad or evil, because Yahweh's not evil. But it's fearing him because he's so awesome. He's just like the definition of awesomeness. Anyways, when it says I fear nothing bad, that bad is the Hebrew term ra, and it primarily means dysfunction. But it can also mean like bad, danger, lost, crooked, sad, impure, harmful, or distressing. It has those connotations to it. And then when it says, truly your goodness and your devoted loving kindness, that devoted loving kindness, the note I have on that would be a beneficent action performed in the context of a deep and enduring commitment between two persons or parties by one who is able to render assistance to the needy party who in the circumstances is unable to help him or herself. So beautiful, beautiful Tehillah. I can understand why a lot of people love it. But I just thought I would share my understanding of the accurate way to translate that Tehillah. That's what I've gotten anyways. So I hope that is helpful. Yahweh bless your day. Yahweh bless your life. Yahweh lift you up to his heights. I know that he will. He will. He will. It's assured. It is assured. Yeah, feel free to just that was not speaking in tongues. That was not a language at all. So that was me babbling. No, but what I was trying to say was feel free to comment or leave feedback, any thoughts, anything you have to offer, anything that you help me or anyone else in understanding this, anything. Yeah, but just not, like the things that I don't allow on my videos channel is like, vulgarities or like ripping into somebody or something like that. So yeah. Thank you, and have a very good hour, minute, second, moment, day, life, year, decade, millennium. Thanks. Bye.